Welcome back to Topicality. I'm your host, Micah and this is
Bailey Boyce.
and we're going to get into our discussion segment known as Rolling Hills.
Yeah, today we are here with two of our wonderful student correspondents.
I'm Autumn Bishop.
I'm Bria.
Hi guys, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Hey.
So today's episode is all about Elon Musk, so affectionately named CEOOTUS, CEO of the United States. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I just want to jump into straight into the headlines. What is going on with the White House social media pages?
You guys. Who is running it?
Who is running it?
Yeah.
Who's behind
That's
this?
something we can Google because, girlfriends, there's something wrong going on over there.
Yeah.
This is just, we are representing ourselves to America, to a brand new generation. That's why we're using social media so heavily right now, so that we can reach new generations like ours. And we're just putting out insane rhetoric, just absolute diabolical things. I mean, the AI generated Time magazine cover remake that says "Long Live the King."
I don't know. And it was like, what? I just don't understand how they're like getting past that.
Yeah.
It's a blatant sign of just like not going by the Constitution, using your executive powers to way too long. I mean, he's trying to stay in the White House forever.
Absolutely. They are definitely playing into this this whole idea of trying to go for a third term, of trying to take over America. It's really just disgusting to watch in real time.
Yeah, actually, I think that they're trying to use memes as a strategy to reach younger audiences because they can intake memes much easier than an article or a magazine. Memes are the easiest way to target the younger community.
Yeah.
And they want to persuade their minds in a way that's not healthy.
Yes.
And we saw it in Kamala's campaign. We saw how they use memes in a relatable way. You know, they used it to relate to the young people. They use music that we listen to all the time. You know, Charlie XCX, Brat Summer, that kind of situation. This is completely different than that.
No, this is something that is totally unprecedented, never seen before. Definitely, absolutely catering to the alt-right. I mean, we're making light of terrible situations, of immigration, of deportation.
Mass deportation.
The Valentine's Day post, disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, who put them on there? That was like very rude. And then I went to the comments and someone said, "Who posted this?" And someone replied, "I don't know, someone with a good sense of humor."
You know what?
How is this funny?
Yeah.
It's not funny.
This is not funny.
No. And it used to be, POTUS used to be that Instagram page or Twitter page that we went to that showed and shined light on like celebratory months, you know, Black History Month, Happy Women's History Month. That's not the case anymore.
No.
And like we see this reflected in even Israeli government officials' social media as well. They're trying to use memes to easily be receptive towards young people. And, you know, is it working? I don't think so. I think we're looking through that. And, you know, we just need more media literacy to figure out like, this is straight up propaganda, and it's normalizing all of these topics in a way that just completely disrespect a huge, you know, proportion of Americans. So obviously this is not good, especially to be put on, you know, an account like that.
I mean, you brought up that it wasn't working, but honestly, like, and maybe just because, you know, I have a lot of male friends, but it's the fact that they're reposting it because they think it's funny, or they think they're making light of the situation. So I guess in a way it is working. He's getting the clicks he wants. He's getting the engagement that he wants. You know, trying to make this a monarchy and playing it up like it's, you know, the UK, but it's not.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's trying to revert, or again, the same principles that this land was founded on, we're reverting back. What we tried to get away from, a complete monarchy and things like that, we're going right back into it, and we're boosting it. Now the White House, like, official Instagram page is actually reposting. Like, that's crazy. And so I don't know. I would say that it's working for a particular crowd, and sadly that crowd is much more loud than a lot of people. When you allow people to tend to think that you're right. So I don't know exactly what to say about it or how we can stop it, because for the next 4 years we're just going to keep getting like more posts that are like this, because no one's saying about it now. We're barely a month into a presidency.
Right.
Right.
That's the thing. It's like things have been happening every day. There's a new headline every day.
Right.
And with the memes, it almost seems like they're trying to make a joke and make humorous situations out of situations that are very emotional to a lot of people. And a lot of people in America are affected by the same very jokes that people are reposting and laughing at and making it you know, like a serious joke, like, and it's like, but they're not really thinking about, well, what is this really talking about? Yeah. Or what is this really, like, where did this really come from? Yeah. They're not thinking about that.
It's an easy way to dilute the issue as if it's something that not all of us are affected by. And it's like the ASMR post, you know, like,
it was really frightening.
You know,
just to hear the chains, and it's like, just imagine our ancestors were in those same chains. Yeah. So and to hear that, it was disheartening.
Yeah, I think frightening is definitely the word to use in this situation. I just frightened, disgusted, just taken back. I don't know. I don't even know how to feel about this. That we would represent ourselves in such a way is so insane to me. So insane that we could go on the World Wide Web and be like, this is what America is, this is what America does, and this is how America treats its citizens. And then we go even deeper into the media, and they've decided that they are going to determine which media outlets can directly cover Donald Trump. Yes. So not only are they deciding that these are the things that they're going to post, they're deciding what other people are allowed to post. And coming from a panel of journalists, of comm majors, of young students, right? Where's this looking like for us?
I mean, like, I don't understand. Like, journalism is just going down the drain, and this is the most, you know, it's a necessity. You know, journalism is literally a necessity, and for them to allocate who is going to speak to who, regulating press like that is just, you know, obviously blatant censorship. That's not okay, and you know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, AP News, they got banned from Air Force One, from covering Trump in a bunch of different areas. And that is like one of the, I don't know for everybody, but one of the most reliable news sources.
Central.
One of the, the central news source for almost everyone. They're the AP style. So it's really insane that they would go as far as to take something like that away, as well as MSNBC is going through so much since this new administration has gone into play. I mean, so many people have lost their jobs. They've gotten the axe. I'm not going to talk about you, girl, but I see you, new president. And look, I did a whole lot of reading about her.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that. Yeah. But, like, how do you guys feel about the whole situation?
These are government workers that are, you know, women of color, literally, most of these people. And, you know, we see judges saying that it is blatantly, obviously, unconstitutional for Trump to be giving them, like, some kind of plea deal to get out of their job. That's not a good situation, and it's leaving, obviously, tens of thousands of workers.
Yes.
Yeah. And, I mean, what is it? Is it government cuts? Because I'm pretty sure Elon Musk has, you know, enough money up there, you know, so I don't really understand how they're keeping the rhetoric of allocating what's needed or, like, having some kind of scarcity going around. This is the Department of Education. This is Social Security. These are things that we need. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I mean.
Where's the trickle?
Yeah.
Where's all the stuff you said you weren't going to touch?
I honestly don't think that he's gonna leave it as just, you know, removing and allocating somewhere else. I think he's just gonna funnel it in with another program or department that he sees fit to, you know, serve his personal needs. As we've seen before, he has no problem of flooding cabinets, Supreme Court, any position he wants, just to put people in places that he needs to serve whatever goal he has or whatever he's trying to put into place. And so even with all these cuts happening, I think he's getting rid of, you know, anybody who could kind of be in his way. Yeah. And that's really scary to me. I think that's even more, that even goes also into just how that affects us with how they're censoring journalists and things like that. Because, again, where does it stop? If he's censoring this now, I mean, like, even the cartoons kids watch, was he going to censor it in the air for the message he wants to send them? Like, would even, like, put rules on where we drive, places like things like that, rules on what we eat. It's just because where does it stop? I mean, if it's something that he doesn't see fit, or like, or doesn't like how it's being covered, then he's going to change, like, our POV of it, and that's just not okay.
Absolutely. And so we're going to just dive right into our next one. A judge in Maryland has put a temporary restraining order on Doge to prevent it from getting access to documents from the Department of Education and other, you know, unions. So this is really, really, really very close to everyone. It really touches everyone. a couple of the forms that they were about to have access to were things that had people's personal information in regards to their financial, which would really impact their financial aid and their FAFSA and all that stuff. So what does that look like for you guys?
It's affecting everybody. I mean, I'm on financial aid. I believe that 95% of students at PV are on financial aid. Public education, you know, we need that. And for Doge to want our information and access to something that, you know, has been a central, like, department forever, it's, like, very, very privacy scary, very, very anxiety filling. So, I don't know.
I've actually seen on TikTok that people were talking about Doge, and they were talking about having a lawsuit about not paying back their student loans due to security infringement. So I thought that was a cool topic. I think that the government definitely should bypass some of those student loans because people's information, you know, were accessed and could be looked at, and just for security reasons, it's just not good. Yeah. It's not a good situation for everybody because it's like, where's the security? And it's like the feeling that you get of like, well, what could they do with this information? It's like you don't know until it comes out, and when it comes out, it's too late.
Yeah.
And first it's one judge, but then obviously they can appeal that and keep on appealing it. So this is not the end. This is not the end to our privacy scare.
Yeah, that's definitely something we spoke about earlier, was that we don't know what's going to happen if he doesn't heed the judge's warnings, because like we said, he doesn't have to. There's nothing that is telling him he absolutely has to do what the judges say. And, you know, 21 Doge employees, they left their jobs today because they felt uncomfortable with giving out or doing something that would impede people's personal data. And I think it really comes down to who are we putting in the Doge department, and who are we giving access to this information? The Wire has uncovered multiple Doge employees who are just young kids, literally teenagers. One of them, his name is Eric Corson. He is a 19-year-old straight out of high school. Let me just put this in order. He owns a business called Tesla Sexy LLC, worked for a company that hired many convicted hackers, and is online by the name Big, and I cannot say this on student television, but I will spell it, BALLS.
Like, how did he get the job?
How did you, like, what is
Are
the
you
screening
qualified?
process for Doge candidates? And why does this person have access to all of America's personal information, social security numbers, financial records, medical records? What's going on up there?
Yeah. What
It
kind
just
of
seems
teenager sorry, go ahead.
It just seems like our information is literally getting played with, literally by little kids. Yeah. And it's like, how can you ever feel safe with that and secure? Like, it seems like we're always gonna need more security.
What kind of teenager did you think Elon Musk was? Like, that was him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, that was that kind of guy.
True.
So obviously, he's trying to look for those kinds of people. They have insights on, you know, privacy backgrounds and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's not ethical, obviously. I don't think people are going to look at the ethics of this, and it's going to get worse, dog.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we are loving this conversation. We're definitely going to bring it right back to this. But right now, we're going to go right to a commercial break.
Prairie View A&M University is about the students. Students don't just come here for the education. They come for the faculty, for the creativity, the camaraderie, an excellent standard of living, and the school spirit. They come here to gain something profound and to give something back. Students come for the tradition of excellence. This is Prairie View A&M University. Our tradition, your opportunity.
And we're back, and we're going to get right into the question that everybody asks themselves right when they wake up, which is, who lost their job today? We laugh, we giggle, but it is really terrifying.
It is.
For all of these people.
It is.
thousands of federal government employees have lost their jobs, have been put on delayed leave, have been given an incentive to either quit or be fired. Some are getting an incentive to get paid a couple months of labor to leave at a certain time. Just insanity. Just a bunch of people from all these different government departments, which is an effect of Doge trying to, I don't know, dig it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
we even saw there were emails from government workers. Elon Musk was expecting them to email them back with 5 tasks that they were doing, and it gave a bunch of workers an opportunity to just show up their grievances towards the company, because that's a joke, obviously. Like, it's also reflected in like Amazon, like in the Amazon company as well. Just worker rights are just not being listened to, and the morale is obviously not that high right now. People are upset.
Yeah, because it's really not even about what they did. It's not about proving that your job is of worth. It's about the fact that this man would not even come into an office, would be appointed to be the little puppy dog of the president, and have the nerve to come into your office, which you probably have tenure in, and be like, what do you do? What do you even do? She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't go here.
She doesn't even go here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know your name or your job or what your story is, but I'm sure you don't do anything productive. So you need to prove your worth to me.
Right.
The lapdog of the president.
Right. Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
But I find it crazy because it's just like with all these cuts, and they try to say, oh, it's the budget. Oh, we can't afford to pay all these people. We have 2 billionaires, zillionaires running the country right now.
Yeah.
Money is not the issue.
Yeah.
It's definitely a discrimination thing.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And do we see any cuts to any defense departments?
Oh.
We don't see that, you know? So we don't see any fundings cut to Israel. We don't see any fundings cut to Ukraine. You know, not as if foreign policy isn't, or foreign aid is not necessary, because obviously that is, but we see more in
That should have been the first thing cut.
education. We see more in veterans' rights. We see more in healthcare.
Yeah.
So
things that actually, help Americans. We have the biggest defense budget of all of the countries combined. Our defense budget is still bigger than all of theirs.
That's sickening.
Who are we fighting? We're not fighting anyone except ourselves. Putting ourselves in situations of danger and civil unrest.
yeah,
This is no reason for all that. Disperse.
we're causing nothing but destruction. But then we have Elon Musk parading a chainsaw. Like, we need to defend ourselves. And it's like, we're not in danger. The people are in danger, y'all.
Yes.
You know.
Oh my goodness, that brings me to a thing that I didn't even write down. Okay, our emblem that has our eagle facing what is the leaf? What's the leaf?
The leaf.
The peace lily or something?
Yeah.
The leaf.
The olive branch.
Thank you. The olive branch. Our eagle is facing the olive branch.
It usually does.
And has the bow and arrow behind it to see that we are going towards peace, but we are prepared to fight if we need to. But in some recent media outtakes and some recent footage
Behind the press secretary.
Yes, we have seen that the eagle has turned around where peace is behind us.
Ooh, yeah.
Are you
That's
sick?
deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Are
Talking
you
about-
sick?
So how much did that cost? How much? Because
Right?
that's the White House architecture. You know what I mean?
Who did you talk to get that done, and who approved that?
Yeah.
Like,
crazy.
what?
It's a sign of violence.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Were you
I
gonna say
mean-
Oh, no.
something? Oh, okay. Like, I feel like there's so many things that we don't even look into. Like, the
Right.
flag, I'm not even going to get all the way into the flag code, but let me tell you, no one has ever followed the flag code a day in their life, okay?
True.
Do you know that the flag is not supposed to touch the ground? So your little flag rug that you have, you're violating the flag code. Do you know that you're not supposed to wear the flag on your body as attire?
Yeah.
Violating the flag code. All of 4th of July
I was
is
just going to say that.
violating
Like,
the
hello,
flag
4th of
code.
July?
Yeah. Y'all aren't real patriots.
Not real
Right.
patriots at all. And
Yeah.
then you're changing the flag to fit your.
You're disrespecting the flag, y'all.
Disrespecting the flag, disrespecting the nation. I didn't even write that down. That just took me back. Oh my gosh, that was so crazy.
Then not to mention these people changing like the Blue Lives Matter flag and the, like That's illegal.
Yeah,
that's illegal.
You're desecrating the flag.
What are we currently doing here? It's there's so many things that just really make me so. I don't even know if there's a better word other than confused.
Yeah,
I just constantly sit here confused. I'm in a state of unrest, and I'm just embarrassed. Like the convention the other day where Elon Musk was gifted by Argentinian President Milei a bright red chainsaw for bureaucracy.
Yeah.
The chainsaw for bureaucracy. Did you guys see that?
Yes. Oh
okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that.
Argentina, you guys know what that is, right? Why don't we bring him out? Yeah.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw! That's perfect.
Yeah, so that was really something.
It's sickening.
Really sickening, and in public,
Yeah.
of all places.
Yeah.
The Conservative Political Action Conference, they really just took the cake this month. I mean, just of all the things that could happen, of all the things on my February bingo card, and to happen on my birthday. How rude.
And Black History Month.
And Black History Month.
Right?
That's the real big one.
Yeah.
How rude, just trifling. And I think it's such an ideal to bring out this chainsaw, especially from the president of Argentina. Which the chainsaw is a part of his political campaign, just to represent taking a chainsaw to public spending, because, you know, Argentina's economy is not the greatest, not the bestest. They are facing roughly 200% inflation, which is, I mean, unimaginable to us at this point. They've gone through so many different things. But the fact that they are taking the same ideals from Argentina and bringing those things over here, I just want to know, like, where we see this going for us.
I just don't understand, because Elon Musk, billionaire, okay, and then Argentinian leader, I couldn't pronounce his name, but Milei, he is also definitely not a poor guy. You know what I mean? So, guys, we're in inflation. There's a scarcity. The prices of, you know, groceries are going up, and we're going to blame Canada, and we're going to put tariffs on, and that's, you know, all of this is saying, I'm sorry, what? This is greed, you guys. Like, it's nothing but greed. And this blatant symbolism of cutting government spending as if we're, like, spending all of this money on it. Literally, the Doge records aren't even credible. They're not even credible records. And it's just like, you can throw up 800 million on government spending, but then we turn around and it's 8 million.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, guys, because last time I checked, I don't even think people on Social Security are even making their ends meet. I don't think we're doing too much for that, you know? Just simply talking, objectively speaking, just looking at it from outside, we're not doing enough in Social Security.
No.
Yeah.
And him getting that chainsaw was like an absolute power play, not even like a power play, but I guess a publicity stunt of some kind that, again, kids are eating it up. I mean, they think that these guys are awesome, which is crazy. They don't understand what's going on. They see him, you know, ripping a chainsaw and saying, you know, chainsaw for bureaucracy. They think that's really entertaining, but, like, they don't understand the...
He literally said he's living the meme. He said it at the same place. He said, you know what they say about living the dream? Well, I'm doing that, but I'm living the meme. I'm literally a meme. Why is that an aspiration?
Yeah.
You're a public figure. I mean,
Right. That sounds like something that would come out of a teenager's mouth.
Yeah. there is chainsaw of bureaucracy merch. It's been like 7 days.
Yeah.
How are we this far?
Yeah.
Y'all know when something happens, the merch comes so fast.
So fast.
Literally the day after.
Yes. I mean,
Right.
that AI, boy, it moves fast.
And that makes everything much faster.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
I thought the Dems were money hungry. You know what I mean? I thought Democrats were money hungry. I thought they were always trying to ask people for money, all that stuff.
Right.
You're selling shirts. You're selling golden tickets to America.
And where's the money going to come from?
Yeah.
Where's the money going to go to?
Yeah.
Is it going to get put back into the economy, or is it going to go into your pockets, or is it going to go to the people that you chose to be a part of those cabinets and positions?
Ding, 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 number C.
So I'm just confused about that, because a gold card, they're not thinking about the dangers that could come with, because those same people that have that amount of money to afford a gold card, could actually start trying to take over communities and corporations that can affect fellow Americans.
Yeah,
so I don't understand it.
This is absolutely not about making America flourish. It's about making America what it already is for them, which is a business.
And all our
company. They are selling America to those who can't afford it and pushing out those who can't. That was always their idea. With all of these cuts that they're making, they're not seeing any humanity in it. They're moving so fast. They're not even thinking about the people that they're taking out of their jobs. They're thinking about the money that's coming out of them not being paid anymore. They're not thinking about who lives in the houses that these gold card havers are gonna come and take over. Well, actually they are. They're literally thinking about that plot of land.
They're thinking about non-Americans.
Yeah.
I think they're centering non-Americans to come into the country.
Yeah.
Trump was saying they're going to raise the GDP, but like you said, they're all just going to privatize all of these corporations. We're going to see more businesses being taken over. We're going to see more landlords kind of situations, lots of individualism that's just going to push the poorest people out that worked for this country.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's a whole new form of elitism. Like, it's going to break what's already in the classism. The class system. It's going to just make that even more divided. It's going to take what we already consider upper class and make like the middle class, where there's, a lower middle class, upper middle class. It's going to take the upper class and just make another upper echelon from that.
Yeah.
The whole point is making the rich richer, and with two men who are already at the top getting even richer, it's slowly turning into a monarchy. I don't even know where that's going to level out at of the upper class. Of just like, where do they sit? Then where do the people that work for them sit? Then where do like actual other rich people sit? And then black people already don't make up the overwhelming amount of the wealth in America.
Right.
So it's like that number is going to continue to get lower, and for other minorities, continue to get lower.
Yeah, we're gonna stay at the bottom.
And then with the DEI situation, with DEI being withdrawn, it's like, how are people going to continue to rise? Because they're getting rejected from jobs, or it's hard for them to keep a job. And then also with certain stores refusing people and refusing to sell certain products, it's like, how are these black entrepreneurs and these black workers going to do their black jobs when they're not getting that opportunity? And I truly feel like it is very disheartening, because how could you say there is a immigration problem when you're going to profit off of immigration?
So I think the biggest thing that we've learned today is immigration is fine as long as you have $100 million. And we need to take AI away from the White House social media accounts, because Trump Gaza is insane. Does anybody else have any closing statements that they would like to share?
I'm just going to say media literacy is very, very important. And they are targeting young people like us and younger people. So, I mean, they're not talking about, this media censorship is, it starts with just growing smaller communities who are able to understand and criticize these people.
That's all for today's episode. I'm Bailey Boyce.
And I'm Micah.
And we hope that you have taken something away from this conversation that encouraged you to go do your own research on something amazing, on something crazy, on something wild, but is absolutely true, unfortunately. So thank you for coming and seeing us again, and we hope that we see you again next time. That's all for Rolling Hills. We'll see you next week.